Hey, Abby here. Just wanted to do a quick video on the tier jumper program. If you are part of Cliqly, then you've heard of the tier jumper, but I wanted to kind of analyze it a little bit to see if it was actually worth doing, or just to continue to build on your own. So I'm going to break down the math a little bit, and basically when this is offered, it's not offered all the time, but when it is offered, um, basically it allows you to buy the subscribers to jump to the next tier if you're close. So if you're sitting at 100,000 and you want to get to the next tier at 150,000, you could buy this 50,000 tier jumper. And what the price breaks down to is, at this biggest level, it's 2.9 cents, 3.9 cents, and 4.9 cents. But what I'm about to show you is, I've been running and monitoring how much subs cost me every time I run list building or whatever. And I know on training, Bobby says that it costs us about 8 cents, but I haven't paid 8 cents for a new subscriber in months. And I run this, I run 100,000 list building every single week. And so I monitor this number all the time. So I'll just show you how I break that down so that you can figure out, what your numbers are and see if this, is worth it for you. To me, you're paying way more per subscriber if you actually buy this. And so I'll show that to you right here. So I've blown this up a little bit. So this past week, yesterday, I ran 200,000 just to see if it would, if it would hurt my sub rate or if it would, increase it. Because I normally run 100,000. And I think last week when I ran 100,000, I had like a 1.03 sub rate. So I got over 1,000 subs from 100,000 last week. So it was really good. So this week I just decided I was going to run 200,000. This is my start count, the 109,558. I ran 200 yesterday. This is where my sub count is today. I gained over 1,800 subs. That's a 0.909% opt-in rate. So if we come over here to the calculator, and what I've done is I basically put this in here. So I ran 200, oops, my bad, 200,000 yesterday. That's what it would have cost me right here, the 38.40 to send 200,000 at this rate that I have bought up here. This is, it was like a 2 million doubled to 4 million for 1097 minus a 30% coupon. So at this purchase rate, you're paying $1.92. That's how I get this number here. So that tells me it cost me $38.40 to send 200,000. My sub rate I put right here. I got 1818. That's exactly what I got, and this is my cost per sub. So it cost me 2.1 cents per sub, when over here he's trying to sell tier jumper at 2.9 cents. Now granted, sure, that could save you some time. Within 2 days you'll have 50,000 added, but at this sub rate you can actually send up to 500,000 a day. So if we send 500,000 a day, you could basically add close to 50,000 subs in 10 days. So, I guess if you want to save a week's worth of time just to jump a tier, you can, but you're going to pay more per sub by doing the tier jumper. And this number's been pretty consistent. I don't think I think the most I've paid for a sub is maybe 3 cents in the past several months. So, I run this every week just so I know what my numbers are. I basically put my start count here. I put my new count here after I've run my 100,000, and I get myself, the sub click rate. Once I know that number, I come over here and I put that number right there. And it basically gives me what it cost me per sub. So to me, the tier jumpers don't make any sense. And it's not really worth, paying that much more, especially at these small levels. Getting 10,000, you essentially could do that in 2 days on your own, and you would pay half the cost of this. So essentially, after running the numbers, I just don't find the tier jumper to be something that's, at this time worth it, because of we're getting a decent sub rate right now. So our costs are pretty low on that. So I know this doesn't stay open all the time, but unless these come down to about 1 cent, I mean, it's not really going to make sense to do the big purchase. But I mean, I hope that helps. You've got to figure out what your numbers are. Um, and really, it's just taking your previous count, your new count, and then you how many you gained, and then you get yourself, you calculate to see what your sub rate is, and then I'm just putting it over here and calculating. So if I'm running 100,000 a week, I'm gaining, 900 a week. This past week I ran 200,000, so I gained over 1,800. But it breaks down, and the cost is only 2.1 cents. So I mean, I hope that helped, and you can kind of see. You have to know your numbers with this. The margins are so small in profit that you really have to know your numbers and what the best options are for buying if you're going to continue to send. You want to save the most amount of money because you're not going to make a ton of money with 10-cent clicks, getting paid 10-cent clicks. You're just not. Um, if you can find a way to make money with the list, then that's the way to go. If you can find a way that would convert more than 10 cents a click, that'd be great. But right now, the only thing the list is good for is 10-cent clicks. So you've got to save on margin everywhere you can. In doing the tier jumper, it may save you a little bit of time, but you're going to pay that much more per sub. So hope that helped. And until we have another video, we'll see you guys later.